to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here up in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, skrilling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? And welcome to Woodward Everyway's live Woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Morex.
To be honest, I just been farting. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That's my favorite quote of the year, bro. Kirby Goatsif.
I like that one.
Kirby Goatsif himself.
Kirby Goats, can you do something for me? We got Young Chris in the TD booth. JB Smooth with 1 to 2s. We're rocking along. I know. Victory Monday!
Yeah, not a lot of them around here.
Feels Detroit good. Lions to the playoffs, baby! Let's go!
The statements of Speakeasy Sports do not represent the feelings and statements of the rest of the Woodward Heavyweights.
That's what you're
21. Saying. Can you do something for me?
No, I've already seen fans taking it there. It is crazy.
31. Can you
31.
Do something for
Can you
me?
do something for me?
Like pick off Aaron Rodgers twice in the red zone.
I'm about to dub that. Next time I see AG talking to Kirby Joseph. 31. Can you do something for me? 100%. Kirby Joseph. I told you we laughed at it because it sounded funny, but I think we got a guy.
Yeah.
You
know he's a guy. You know he's gonna be a guy.
But like consistently now.
He
leads the 2022 class. Tied, I should say, in turnovers.
Yeah.
2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. And Kirby Joseph, it's
as of right now, per PFF, so take it with a grain of salt.
Yes, per PFF.
He is the second highest ranked safety in the NFL on the season, first in coverage.
Yeah. Take it with that grain of salt.
Take it with a grain of salt.
I'll say it every time. Although he's a dog now in that Seattle game. Two of them pangs. Come his way.
Yeah, it was his first game. He was kind of rushed into chat, but
yeah.
31.
It's crazy. I got like that type of excited about it because just the stuff he's doing, man. Consistently though. There's Monty last year.
Yes.
I told you in the offseason, we had a whole little debate about it. Some felt a little lucky at times. He was just in the right place at the right time. Kirby making things happen consistently. We've seen the fumbles 2 times now. Mm-hmm. Interceptions 2 times now. On top of the dropped interceptions he had against Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I just want to knock on wood because it's almost like a too good to be true type of thing. And I didn't foresee this coming. That was not me. I was never on the big Kirby Joseph trend. I never told anybody he was going to be a star. I knew that he was a playmaker in college.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would translate to the NFL this soon.
Yeah.
It blows my mind, but I think of I'm not even going to say that name.
The Lions didn't even know that it would translate to the NFL this soon. I talked about it when we drafted. Watching him at Illinois, what stand out was that he was a ball hawk. He was always around the ball. He was always making plays. So there's things like that are intangibles that you can't teach, where the guy just knows where to be and when to be it. So it's things like that you can't teach. Even the Lions, excuse me, said when they drafted him, it's a project. It's going to take a little while.
For sure.
And nobody saw this coming. That man, except him.
Nobody, baby.
I met Kirby.
Huh?
I met Kirby at
you did at Feldman.
At Feldman Chevrolet Nova. Shout out Ryan Palter for hooking that up. And
Ryan's a man. Ryan's awesome.
Ryan's a real cool guy.
I gotta get him a shirt. I forgot. I told him I'd get him one.
It's he's a real down to earth guy, really cool guy. He couldn't be on the
show
broadcast because of media rights things that day, but
yeah,
he was chilling with it. He walked in the back and threw up the deuces behind the
that's dope.
Behind the cameras. He was a cool guy, very cool guy. I saw, I think it was Chase Lucas or Deshaun Elliott talking about him, saying he's just a big ass kid. So
big ass freak ass athletic kid.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see the guy making plays. I got into a little spat with this dude on Twitter after that first interception.
Why?
I just said he's a ball hawk, and Green Bay fan. Oh, it's not hard for you to pick off a tip ball that's 20 feet in the air. He's like, maybe for you it is. And then he got that other interception. I was like, what now, bitch? And then he made that play where he jumped up, slapped, saved the touchdown. I was like, what now, bitch? And he was like, all right, that was a good play. So he at least gave him props. But, yeah, that's what I said. I was like, he's been doing it consistently the past, 3-4 weeks.
Yeah,
like you said, 2 forced fumbles. Before this game, he had 2 dropped interceptions.
Yeah.
The guy is around the ball at all times, and he makes plays.
Yeah, the fumble against Dallas, the fumble against Miami. Then you had in this game the 2 interceptions and the tip pass. And like, the backflip even before like the games. You know what I'm saying? Coming out the home games. This dude's doing a backflip to start the game.
That was dope. A nasty backflip, too. He got...
Yeah, bro.
Dude's got some bounce.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to, like... I don't want to talk crazy because, like, it's just so young in his career, and, like, the Lions are bad. But he just seems like he's going to be a guy, bro. I don't know if it's the fan taking over in me, but, again, it's the consistency.
Something's taking a hold of me. It's the power of 31.
I'm going to go on and say it.
31.
Brian Dawkins. Like, just like those star safeties are always there to make big plays. Troy Polamalu. I know it feels crazy. But I'm just saying, like, the stuff that we're seeing consistently now, bro. I'm trying. But I got to voice it now.
2 of the top, 7 safeties of all time.
But I gotta say it now because if it happens, then I'm like, I was the guy who said that. That was me.
That's fair.
That was me. And then if it doesn't happen, still it's coming off of like this hot streak at the same time. So it's like
I love what he's doing, and like you said, to be honest, he's just been farting. You ain't seen shit yet. So
I was not a fan of that bar.
Dude, that's a bar. What do you mean?
It's a bar. It was kind of corny.
That's funny,
man.
It's just funny.
Even when J. Cole said that on that one song with Looking for Trouble, I think it was. And I was like, come on, Cole.
Did you see the video I posted on Sunday? It was the
what?
People dancing to the Kirby theme song.
That's going to be a thing too.
Yeah.
That's going to be a thing too. Shout out to everybody in the Woodward Sports Chat. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. I kind of want to see because I've been part of none of the shows that haven't been in the chat all day, so I kind of see what everyone's thinking because there's like 2 factions of the fan base at this point now too. Because like some people want to tank, some people are happy about the win, some people are upset about the win. I don't think anyone's really truly upset about the win. Are you?
No. I'd like to see them win. Obviously, it hurts the draft stock, but it's still early. I don't think they'll get too many more, so I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah.
But, I like to see them win. I want to see the Lions win.
Yeah, despite Jared Goff's best efforts to blow the game.
Yes.
We still come up on top. You love to see it.
Detroit Dabber in the Woodward Sports Chat says you comparing him to Troy Polamalu.
I'm sorry, guys.
He said it's like Spencer's polls, but serious, huh? In the post-game show after... I was sauced up.
Oh, you're always sauced up.
I was
yeah. If you guys only be there, I've never seen Spencer dance more than
and I was getting wild with the polls. It was funny.
Can I hear some of these polls?
I was just like, who's a better player? Kirby Joseph, Ed Reed. Who's a better player? Who's a better player? James Mitchell, Tony Gonzalez. I was like, what do you call her? Stephanie, Heffany. It was funny.
I'm just saying it, bro. Like it does sound crazy to say those names.
It is.
But, like, just, you can't tell me it doesn't look towards that way. I don't want to say for sure that way because, like you said, those are the names.
Goats.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, like, does it look like it's heading towards the way? Like, are we seeing characteristics from that? Like, just stars, man, that have, like, John Wall, who used to do the Dougie. Ray Lewis, he had to come out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kirby Joseph, backflip. It's just, like...
But I don't need to see... Kirby doing the backflip before every game.
Yeah, I thought dope. That too.
It was dope.
I thought the same thing.
I'm not trying to hate on the man. Like, it was dope, but after that Stephen Tulloch situation, I don't need any excessive celebration. I don't want the guys to get hurt. It was pretty baller though.
He was talking about doing backflips in the offseason. He's like, I've been doing that since I was legit.
Yeah, that's
the one thing too. By the way, I feel like to be an elite secondary player, and maybe I could be a little bit wrong on this one, but like you have to have the Southern accent. I feel like it gives you like attributes. The same way like I feel like English accent gives you attributes to your IQ.
Smaller.
The Southern, you get a little bit smaller. The Southern accent gives you like attributes as a defensive back.
Yeah.
Darius Slay had it. Like Kirby Joseph's got it.
A little bit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The little twang. Yeah. You get attributes for that one. It was good to watch, man. I understand, and we'll get into it. We have Dose of Dion coming on the show, by the way, too. Shout out to him. He's coming on at like 5:30. And it's just nice to see, bro. I get it. I understand. I want part of the Bryce Young sweepstakes. I want to cash in on it all day. I'm watching Justin Fields because I got Red Zone going. I'm seeing him tear up the Miami Dolphins that beat us last week. Although I guess we kept it pretty close to them. But, like, I think somebody asked in the chat, in the morning show when I did tap in for like towards the very end. They asked if Justin Fields would make the Lions like a playoff team or if they would be better. Maybe that was the question, but
yes.
100%.
Yes. 150%.
100%. Like I'm seeing, look at what the Bears have, bro. Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Cole Kmet's pretty good.
Cole Kmet's all right, but like add that versatility, like the athleticism, like on this team, like with this offensive line, I like it.
Yeah, Justin Fields has been showing out the past couple weeks for sure.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. Just give me somebody who can run, man.
I mean, yeah, it brings a whole new element to the game that the Detroit Lions haven't had. I mean, Stafford used to – he could extend plays. Stafford could get a first down if it was wide open, but he was, he doesn't – Justin Fields, 69-yard touchdown run speed. Like, he was burning dudes on that.
Speaking of Matthew Stafford, he took an L yesterday, helped us out too.
Yes, he did.
Tom Brady came through in the clutch to – was it Otto Wilson or something Otto? Wilson Otto? The tight end that for Tampa Bay, he had the game touchdown. I don't know his name. I told you in the back I was watching with my grandma, and we're together like actively rooting against Matthew Stafford, and I thought it was for the draft pick because my grandma does watch sports. She's a big hockey fan too, but no, she was pissed because he let that girl fall over up the stage. But I was like, Grandma, it was like a 12-foot drop. What do you want him to do? You like Spider-Man powers? Did you see it? Did you see it in person? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, because you sent me your parade videos. You were wasted.
I was hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were there. We were there when they were walking off.
Oh, I got you.
Heard some noise. I didn't, see her fall, you know, and we were there was a ton of people there.
There was?
So we were pretty
It looked empty on video.
Well, the parade, I didn't go to, the parade, but when they went, the rally.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about just your video. I'm talking about just, all of them.
Yeah, no, there was a ton of people at the rally. That was dope, though. It was fun. I'm not stressed. What's he gonna do, man? He's a quarterback. He's not a doctor.
I bet my grandma wasn't getting into it.
Yeah. Grandma, what the hell?
I know. Then a political ad came on. She's like, "Are you voting, Daniel?" It's like trying to tell me vote down. I'm like, Grandma, I don't. Come on,
Grandma. It's easy.
Grandma, football's
don't embarrass me like that.
It's easy.
It's easy, baby.
Yeah, but possibly the Lions can have 2 top 10 picks.
Yeah, I think right now it's NFL or Tankathon.com. The Los Angeles Rams pick is currently, oh my goodness, 12. And they still have us taking Cam Smith. That's crazy because when it was at 15, they had us taking Cam Smith, and at 12, taking Cam. But I could see it. We need a corner. We're going to talk about it because Jerry Jacobs showed up yesterday.
He played well.
Jeff Kuda got a couple times. The one looked like a push-off. I heard a lot of people saying.
It was for sure.
I couldn't call it either way. Yeah. I saw it both ways. But
it looked like a push-off to me.
But I'm just not going to pretend. You guys, you saw in the Woodward Sports chat, or I'm sorry, group chat, me and Adam get into it about the Kuda stuff. I'm just not going to pretend he's having a bad year.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's just not a thing to me.
He's having a good year.
Yeah, 100%. Especially from what we thought he was where he was. I guess projecting towards, you know what I'm saying, beforehand with the injury, year one, rookie year. I don't want to beat him up too much for that one, but we'll get into it. As I said, we got Dose of Dion joining the show. All Michigan teams seem to take a W this week.
Yes.
The Michigan Spartans stepped up and after embarrassing Mel Tucker, got a W.
Yeah.
The Michigan Wolverines, the Red Wings. But we're going to jump into it, but not before you tell us about Big Frog. Big Frog.
Big Frog. You can get a free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Novi. All you got to do is pop in, tell them we sent you, and they'll print you out one on the spot. So go visit them in Novi at Big Frog Novi or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We've got young Chris in the TV booth. JB Smooth the 1-2s, and if you guys haven't noticed, he's in a hot dog suit. I done did it again to him.
Did it again, back to back.
Man, I can't believe this, man. Come on.
JB goes back to back.
Back to back.
Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon.
There you go.
Back to back like I'm Jordan 96, 97.
Whoa. Whoa. We got to make that 31. Can you do something for me? A drop. I'm
31.
I'm going to call Drake
Can you
myself.
do something for me?
Yeah.
I got you.
We spoke a little bit. Obviously spoke about Kirby Joseph, but I guess my question now, because I think we both expected losses. Actually, we did. All of us in this room, in the studio right now.
Packers,
Yeah, pick the Packers.
JB locked it.
JB locked it.
He did lock it. Now
I
look
know.
what
I
happened
was
to
having
him.
questions about
It
that
was,
too.
yeah,
I was
he
like,
didn't have a lot of options.
That is true.
Yeah.
You made the black guy go last.
I'll go first next time.
All right. What about me?
We'll do it.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, worst to first.
Yeah.
Unlocked.
Like a draft.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, Sus, you get the last lock. Ah, sorry. Chris, you get the last lock.
Either way,
Because
we all took the Packers.
Yeah, Chris won again.
What the pack happened?
I don't know. It's wild. Aaron Rodgers looked like you teach me to play football? You teach me to football? Yeah, I'll teach you to football. Yeah, I'll teach you to football. Just don't eat me. That's Aaron Rodgers looked like he forgot how to play quarterback. Dude was missing open throws. He was missing open targets. 3 interceptions, all by rookies.
I think they're all in the red zone.
All in the red zone. Well, one wasn't in the red. They weren't in the red zone, but the ball was.
Yeah.
But 2 of them were on the goal line, basically. I said, imagine not watching the game, not knowing what's going on, and just looking at the box score and seeing Aaron Rodgers targeting David Bakhtiari, intercepted by Aiden Hutchinson. You'd be like, what? What the hell is that? Yeah. And it was bad. That was the worst game I've ever seen Aaron Rodgers play.
Oh, for sure.
He was throwing fits. And it makes me happy. That's what he was doing on the field, looking like a big kid.
He just went full minion
who got
mode.
his toys taken. It's good. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, right here, buddy. I hate Aaron Rodgers. I respect him for what he is, but I hate him. He's a douche canoe. And I am excited when he fails. If that's like the epitome of hate, then sure. Call me Buck Nasty. Hate. Because I am Buck Nasty for Aaron Rodgers. The guy looked terrible. He looked old. He looked stupid. He looked ugly. It's hard to explain. Obviously, the injuries played a factor.
Yeah.
They lost Bakhtiari. They lost Aaron Jones. They lost Romeo Doubs after like the first play of the game. So that doesn't help when you're already dealing with an offense that doesn't have the most talent, that doesn't have many weapons to go to already. When you lose probably your 2 biggest weapons in that offense and your left tackle, it's probably not going to look great. But, man, Aaron Rodgers looked like shit.
Tied his career high, 3 interceptions. Man, I don't even. It's a mix. It's a combination of a couple things. Cambodia being one of them. Shout out to young Chris. I gotta get used to it. I apologize for anybody who's new here. Chris has changed his name up on us. But the combination of the injuries and experience on the Green Bay Packers side, which go figure, that seems to affect the way teams win games, huh?
Yeah.
Having some injuries and experience, your wins are hard to come by when you're dealing with that, huh?
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, Detroit Lions been doing that all year. But nonetheless, though, I can't fully say that's the reason why when I've seen this defense, or I saw the defense, I should say, yesterday, just be as opportunistic as it was. I mean, even Derek Barnes stepping up for Malcolm Rodriguez when he got hurt, landing a sack, you know what I'm saying, in his first, like,
and a pass
actual
break
serious snaps. Pass break
with his noggin.
He had that, yeah.
He said,
100%. He had that big 4th down stop too at the goal line as well. Like, maybe it was 3rd down. I'm not 100% sure. But
Derek Barnes, met AJ Dillon in the hole.
Yeah, AJ Dillon, that was tackle was on too. Damn, that makes it even better.
1-on-1 in the hole on the goal line, basically. It was third down.
Yeah.
It was a huge stop.
Yeah. Derek Barnes stepped up huge yesterday. Obviously, Kirby Joseph did what he did because it wasn't just the interceptions, too. You brought up the tip pass that he had. That would have been a touchdown. Was that to Lazard on that play?
I believe so.
It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter who it was.
They all stepped up. They all showed out. Aiden Hutchinson, to have the wherewithal in that moment to like grab that interception. Like, I mean, obviously the ball was kind of like right to him. That was a shit throw by Aaron Rodgers. You're not supposed to throw across your body in the NFL. Doesn't matter if you're Aaron Rodgers. Pat Mahomes is never like a good idea. Bad things tend to happen.
Yeah.
You saw one of the most accurate quarterbacks, a guy who was notorious for like not throwing interceptions, throw a pretty shitty interception. The fact that Aiden Hutchinson, out of all people, was the one to catch it. This dude's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna. I was gonna say lucky, but no, it's not.
It was a good play.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He read it. He read the Bakhtiari sneaking up. Bakhtiari was wide open too, by the way.
Yeah, he was.
If Hutchinson didn't make that play, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
There was nobody near him.
Yeah.
And Hutchinson read that.
It was a shit
fell
throw.
off the pass rush, and made a nice play on the ball.
My boy Malcolm was on his way too.
Malcolm was on his way too.
If they didn't catch it, Malcolm was about to catch that boy too.
And Malcolm, I texted him after the game to see what the update on his
checking
arm.
out today.
And he said he won't know until later today. But hopefully it's nothing too serious. You saw that they said it was a hyperextension during the game. He came back in, had the arm sleeve on. It was still bothering him. You could tell he couldn't wrap up, couldn't make tackles like he'd wanted to. I saw him, miss a tackle, and he grabbed his arm a little bit. Obviously, he's not going to give that excuse, but you could obviously tell it was still bothering him. And Derek Barnes stepped up in his absence.
Yeah.
Derek Barnes stepped up and made plays. Derek Barnes went for 12 total tackles, a sack, and that pass breakup with his forehead.
Well, 12 total tackles with the assist. You got to include the assist.
That is 12 total tackles.
I know, but
when you solo tackles.
Yeah, but when you hear tackles, you think of like actual tackles. When you look it up, when you said that initially to me, I was like, "What are you talking about?" He had like 5.
12 total tackles.
Yeah, but sure, whatever.
That's what they're counting as.
I'd say 5 assists or 5 tackles and 8 assists.
It'll be 5 solo
Put up to
tackles.
Chris.
So I want to say, I don't want to be negative here, but I feel like it was a combination of both the Packers playing bad and the Lions defense playing great. This was the best performance I've seen from the Lions defense this year, no doubt. But I think part of that was the Packers being bad. Like, you saw how many times did the broadcast say this receiver is running the wrong route, or Aaron Rodgers threw a bad throw. Now, granted, the Lions defense did make great plays from time to time. They made sacks, they made interceptions, they made all the good defensive plays that you wanted, stopping the run very well. But at the end of the day, I think it was also just a really bad Packers game too, and I don't want to read too much into it.
Yeah, it was, the Packers played terribly, but give the Lions credit because they were opportunistic. They took advantage of the opportunities that were given them. They didn't drop interceptions. They made plays. And although the offense struggled mightily, the defense won that game for them.
Well, I want to say this too, because one of the things heading into the game for like Packers fans and analysts, they're saying we need to get back to running the football. You need to get back to getting the ball in Aaron Jones' hand and back into A.J. Dillon's hands, and it's going to naturally open things up for these younger wide receivers, which, that philosophy makes sense. Only problem is, we did pretty well against the run. Now, they had 106 yards rushing overall, but 40 of those yards came from Aaron Rodgers on a scramble that was well past the play clock, by the way.
Yeah.
That was 100% delay of game.
They had a lot of those.
Yes. And the first couple of them, because I understand at the end of the day, you guys see me right now, obviously, in a Honolulu blue hat and jersey. I'm a Lions fan. So sometimes when I see stuff like that, I'm like, well, maybe that's just like the fan of me, wanting that to be true. But that on that particular play, that 3rd and 17, by the way, I can't lie, it was kind of nasty. Pump faked Anzalone and Barnes.
Yeah.
With a little
that was a nasty fake.
He was 10 yards out past the line of scrimmage, too.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers on, 38? 30? Oh, he might be younger than that. I don't know, but he runs better than Jared Goff still. But nonetheless, no, we stopped the run, and they were forced to have to,
38.
What did you say?
30? 38, yeah.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers' age?
Yeah.
But no, the defense really still did well. You know what I'm saying? I think they did really well against the run, which kind of forced a lot of those passing situations. Now, there's some questionable Campbell calls that we're going to get to later on in the show. But I still think the defense showed up, despite you could bring up the injuries if you want for the Packers, which very well are true. But I've seen Aaron Rodgers make bum receivers look good his entire career, if I'm being quite honest with you.
Credit to the Lions because you guys brought up, I believe Spencer has said it a lot. I'm tired of the Lions just being I'm tired of the Lions supposed to win and not winning. Like, when are they going to be the team that takes the opportunity, takes advantage of the moment, rather than just be a team that's just performing to their expectation or below? So when you put it that way, you're right. You got to give more credit to defense.
And what have I been notorious about all year?
Being ugly.
That too. But defend the Glen, baby! I've been saying this defense, young, inexperienced, and not talented. But now we're starting to see these young guys on here that Brad Holmes did take high in the draft. I should say it's Kirby. But even Derek Barnes showed up. That's another Brad Holmes draft pick there. Aiden Hutchinson, that's another Brad Holmes draft pick right there too. Like, we're seeing them learn the game better. And we're seeing it affect games now. Yeah. I'm saying, again, it was never an excuse when I told you these things. It's just the fact of the matter. They're dealing with a young, inexperienced team on top of the injuries that they had too. That's another thing too. You want to bring up the Packers injuries? I could bring up some Detroit Lions injuries. I'm talking about stars too. But Tracy Walker, DJ Chark, Josh Reynolds, Romeo Okwara, Big V, Quintez Cephas, Malcolm Rodriguez.
But 80% of those were, 90% of those were already known before. We were talking about injuries that happened in
for sure. But that's forcing us to play then our inexperienced guys or practice squad guys. Like Shane Zilstra's brother got moved up to play wide receiver yesterday. I didn't even know he had a brother until yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it happens. But when you're dealing with that, the Packers are a perfect example. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. The dude's great. He's been great his entire career. But when you have a team riddled with like the inexperienced guys, you're going to struggle a bit. That's just the reality of the situation. You could have like guys that are like stars like day one, but that's few and far between. Yeah. That's why stars are rare to come by.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, it's you need guys to step up. You know, pressure makes diamonds. And when you're under pressure like that, when you're forced into the starting lineup, you either sink or you swim. And we see some of the Lions players swimming. We see Kirby Joseph.
Yeah.
Dude's doing the backstroke out there. Like, he's swimming, you know, he's playing well. And Malcolm Rodriguez, same thing. He was somewhat, I mean, he won his position. Yeah. I don't want to say he was forced in the starting. He forced the hand of the coach.
For sure.
To put him in the
coach, you heard it, Hard Knocks. He didn't want to give the
but
starting.
Still, it's, you know, it's these young guys are stepping up for the Detroit Lions, and they're looking well, and they are improving as they get more playing time and more opportunities. So I'm excited to see where these young guys can grow. The potential and that core of our defense built around guys like, obviously, Aiden Hutchinson starts with him. And then you look at Jeff Okudah, Josh Pascal, Kirby Joseph, Malcolm Rodriguez. We have pieces that we can start to build a defense around.
You gotta give them some time to get coached up. You really do. Because it's not like a situation where they're dealing with like good veterans to teach them these roles too.
Yeah.
But again, Campbell did have some questionable moments. We're going to get to that. We got Dose of Dion coming up next, but not before my guy Spinny tells all those Packers fans about SMA because they can use it.
Yeah, if you're dealing, you know, Aaron Rodgers, I'm looking at you. You might need some help, and we got it for you in SMA or the Sports Marketing Agency. The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps spread the word about stigma and helping fight the stigma of other people seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, make sure you go to thesportsma.com to get the help you deserve. We are the World Heavyweights. We'll be right back with Dose of Dion.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play, as well as private lane reservation for $120 if you get thirsty. They got a $2 mystery beer vending machine or multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you come check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
31. Can you do something for me?
You got young Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth, the 1s and 2s, and we are now joined by my guy, Dose of Dion.
Welcome back.
What up, though, man?
Hey, how we do? Hey, real quick.
Yes, sir.
You know, we had to bring it out.
Let's go. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Saying? Yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna hit you guys with this real quick because I'm not gonna lie. I gotta put it out there. This morning, I woke up. First thing I do, I look at the NFC playoff picture. You know, I just can't help it.
Oh, man.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, you know what? We are only 2 games out. I'm just saying. How you guys doing, man?
Hey, what up,
good,
man?
Doing good.
I'm not mad at it, bro. Once upon a time, I was that guy. You know, Lions be like,
you're still that guy.
Lions
He's
be
still,
like
he's still that
7.
guy.
I was gonna say, I see that hat. I mean, the shirt. You might still be that guy, man.
Neck tattoo.
So, let's get right into it. You know, you had the jersey. I added you on Twitter after we just talked about it. He made that play in the hole, one-on-one versus A.J. Dillon, who is one of the most punishing running backs in the NFL. Derek Barnes, you know, stepped up big time. What does that mean for him going forward with this team, and what does that mean for the defense as a whole?
Yeah, it was nice, man. I mean, the Lions have been using him in, like, specific roles so far this year. I haven't got through the whole thing, but I did see they did have him out there on some third down, specifically early. He had to do some and stuff as well. But I think for the most of the year, like, the way the Lions have kind of mixed him in and a lot of times seemingly just kind of put him in his element, like, that is Derek Barnes at his best right there. I mean, he both plays, right? He made 2 of them down there at the goal line, 2 run stuffs. Based on how the D-line, they helped him out and they opened it up, but he's just flying. And he just seems so comfortable in that role. And then they have, like, as we were talking about yesterday, kind of the complete opposite in a Chris Board, who's been very good in his small reps this year, which is like you're the coverage guy for third down. So Barnes is starting to get some of those reps. So maybe we look, you know, down the road and say, okay, his role may continue to expand. But at least for now, I love how they're using him. And you guys, I heard you guys sitting on the draft picks, and I'm just like, you can make a list of the guys that are not only just starting, right? I mean, these are most impact players that we have on the team are like Brad Home additions. You know, I mean, we are hitting at such a high rate. It's crazy.
It is. It took Kirby some time too. Going back to that Seattle game, I was like, but I didn't think like poorly of him. You can't determine one guy's career off of one game, so I was never like thinking that way. But I didn't think he'd be what he was yesterday. I'm trying to temper myself like on like that matter. It's funny. The reason why I was so excited and when I reached out to you to have you on the show today is I was on Dose of Dion's pregame show. Shout out, this past Sunday, and we were talking about specifically like the future of the team because things are just looking that way. Like not really much to look forward to at the moment. But we brought up the possible safety tandem of Tracy Walker and Kirby Joseph because Kirby's starting to come along. We brought up like briefly before that. We talked about the disappointing picks and Derek Barnes came up. But I was like, I'm not really tripping. Derek Barnes a 4th round pick. Derek Barnes showed up like yesterday too. Like everyone that we talked about in that pregame, Dion showed up. And it was just dope, man.
No, absolutely, man. And I'm like at this point, I'm like trying to think of who do we miss on. Like I was trying to make a list before, like, okay, Iffy, well, it's injuries and we're moving spots with him. Levi, we just haven't seen him. And then you're like Chase Lucas, Jamar Jefferson, who still is impactful last year. I mean, those are 7th round picks. So
yeah.
What do you even? Most times you get nothing. They don't even make the team for a lot of guys. I mean, James Houston, right? Is that like the biggest one that stands out here? So it's a very small list, and statistically, usually you hit on much lower than half of your picks, and right now. We're hitting at a high level. These guys, I mean, Kirby Joseph is playing as the top safety in football at this point. Yeah. And it's coming along quick for a guy that hasn't played it much.
Yeah. And
I even say James Mitchell with a touchdown yesterday, too.
Yeah, James Mitchell looked good. He looked smooth. He had it was a good catch, a strong-handed catch. That is something I want to talk about Kirby Joseph for a little bit, though. We saw it earlier. He had the 2 dropped interceptions, which he just couldn't squeeze in those first couple games. He had the 2 forced fumbles in the games after that, and then he comes in here. He has 2 interceptions off of Aaron Rodgers. 1 tip drill. You can't put too much stock into it. The other one, beautiful, cut in front of the route, made the play, and he had that pass break, touchdown-saving pass breakup. Like What is it about Kirby Joseph that he is always around the ball making plays? I talked about it, like, at Illinois, that's how he was, too. He was a ball hawk. He was always there. And I think it's just, like, the it factor, that thing you can't teach. Like, what do you see out of Kirby Joseph that allows him to put himself in situations like that all the time?
You nailed it, man. I think two things here. First thing, I think you nailed it. This was him in college, and it's cool to see that this is translating against his talent. There is, like, that knack, right? There's just guys that have the traits to just be a ball hawk, and they just find a way to get their hands on the football. And that's what Kirby's been. You're right. He's missed a couple. He's had opportunities, but even like the interception in the end zone, like that was tipped up. Like he went up and took that thing. I mean, other guys are kind of like they're like, okay, let's go make the play. He just goes up and gets it. And it's like there are guys that just go make it. There are other guys that play coverage and like don't let my guy get it. There's him. He's looking to make a play on the football. He's undercutting routes. I mean, that was what Amani did last year on some of his like best picks. That's how he's playing this young. He's playing like he just has that ability, but also to that Kirby Joseph, I like the spots he put him in. If you look at this game, a lot of his alignments, they were lining him up deep, and they were allowing Deshaun Elliott to come down to the box. They got back to their man press, which I thought was awesome, but they allowed Elliott to play a lot more underneath and Kirby to kind of roam up top, which is what he did a lot at Illinois. But really, like, you're right. Even aside from this game, this is a game he had the picks, but Dallas, I thought he was outstanding. He didn't have the plays. He missed an opportunity on a pick, but his man coverage, like, I think the positions they're putting him in are also great. But yeah, I mean, I can't really explain some of how fast he's coming along. He looks like the dude at college playing in the NFL, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just can't explain it. I didn't see this. I didn't even see him becoming this. To be honest with you, I just knew he had the ability to. I just didn't. Not this soon, dude. Yeah, not this soon. It's been crazy. Your guy, there's two things I want to get to, actually. First, foremost, I don't want to go to your guy, Jerry Jacobs, because I know you've been talking about him all this season, you couldn't wait for him to come back. You even brought up his numbers, actually. At one point, I saw one of your videos that he had better numbers than Akuda, and I believe Amani last year. And finally, he's getting some serious snaps yesterday, and he looked damn good. What did you think about Jerry Jacobs yesterday?
I'm so glad you brought it up. Jerry was the guy. I think Jerry changed life for the defense. I really do. Now, I'm interested because I know you guys were touching on it. I'm interested to see what this looks like when we do see teams that have better receiving course in this, because this one was great. This was the perfect game to really get Jerry implemented because it didn't start out he was the starter in this game. But I think it changed a lot because the biggest takeaway I have is Aaron Glenn played this game like Aaron Glenn wanted to coming into the year. He talked all about we want to be physical within 5 yards. We want to press. Jerry Jacobs, Jeff Okudah, and Will Harris. First off, I think the biggest thing for the Lions in this one that I was so excited about was the personnel they put out there. They put Jerry in there. Initially, they started with Mike Hughes on the outside, who earned it based on how he played against New England on the outside, and then Will Harris. Like, they were kind of forced into that because of AJ, but Will Harris held his own in the slot for a guy that's not a slot corner, and they played in their sub package. They had speed out there. Deshaun Elliott's just roaming down the whole time. Like, they played the way they wanted to, jamming at the line. You look at that final drive for Green Bay, I think every play was man coverage, except for one they dropped to a cover 4 and CJ broke it up. But they were playing how Aaron Glenn wants to play this thing. And I think Jerry Jacobs changed lives in Detroit because against most teams they have two good receivers. And for the Lions, going back to last year, they didn't have Jeff. So even to this year, right, you double team Justin Jefferson with Jeff Okudah. Okay, you take that away, but we don't have a two that can cover Thielen. You take a look at Seattle. We couldn't trust our guys on the outside. We've had that. We could try to take away one guy, or going back to last year, right? Amani would struggle against Justin Jefferson. He would take the one. Jerry would take away their two, though. So now you're seeing, I think Jeff Okudah can sufficiently handle his own against most ones. He's not going to have a great day, but he's not going to get ran out of the building. Then you have Jerry on the other side taking her two, and he actually clamps that guy up. I think he's our best corner, and I think he showed it yesterday. But he's playing how Aaron Glenn wants to play. He's being physical, and I think this is going to change the Lions going forward.
Yeah, he got called the flag for it, but the little pole that he had, I don't remember which receiver it was, but those are veteran moves. You know what I'm saying? I see vets do it, and you get away with it sometimes you don't. But I don't know, just to be as young as he is and to seeing his progress, it's been truly amazing. And one thing I gotta give Campbell credit for is firing the right guy. No, I'm just kidding. Those are second string, receivers. But in all seriousness, note, to the offensive side of the ball, only put up 16 points. And obviously, we're missing T.J. Hockenson, who was our leading receiver before we traded him away, obviously. Are you concerned? Are there still concerns there for you? Again, 16 points at home against the Packers defense. It hasn't been the greatest this year, but kind of middle of the pack.
Right. Yeah, I think the biggest concern I have, because that one, in fairness, I thought this was one of the best secondaries in football. Maybe not name by name, but just how they played. Statistically, they were outstanding against the pass, and just the way they play on a string. So that, and then you come in without an outside receiver, basically. So there was no threat whatsoever. I mean, this was the worst timing basically to trade Hawk, just because of the sense that you didn't have an outside receiver either. You had like nobody, and Swift didn't really play aside from like the first and second drive. So this was a really bad timing for that. Shout out to the defense, they held it down. I would say I'm just worried in terms of, the only reason I would be worried is how fast does Josh get back, right? If Josh comes back, I'll be cool, okay? Because, again, our receiving core is not great. It is, for most teams, most of these guys aren't playing, right? And that's what's the case when they came here. But with Josh, we can hold it down, because there was a play that I saw specifically where early in the game, Khalif Raymond gets jammed up at the line, and he doesn't even run a route. He just stands there. It's just there was like, okay, I don't know what. He just stood there, and then look, you flip to the other side, it's like, oh, there's Tom Kennedy. It's like, bro, this is not what your NFL team should look like, dude. So that's my worry. If we got to get our outside receiver back, whether that's Chark or Josh, then I'll feel pretty good about what we got. But yeah, that didn't look right, man.
Dion, I appreciate you joining us, man. I like I said, I had to get you on because I feel like every scenario we discussed in that pregame show kind of like played itself out, or at least showed out like for us. So I appreciate you joining the show. And Dion's going live tonight too, if you want to plug yourself real quick.
Absolutely, man. No, I appreciate you guys having me on. I love the Twitter tag. I got to start tagging you guys too. I'm terrible with Twitter. But yeah, it's Dose of Dion, man. We're going to be live tonight and talking about similar stuff. But I appreciate you guys. This is sweet. You guys hold it down, and the energy's great. We win. Hey, playoffs. I'm just saying, we already win now. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm looking and saying, okay, hold up. Washington's the 8th seed. They're 4-4. We beat them. We ain't out of anything yet. So, just, you never know.
You never know.
Playoffs? Stop. Get some help.
Stop. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you.
And we might have you on again before Chicago and see how you're feeling about that one too.
Chicago.
For sure.
Well, if you need good Lions coverage, you got Woodward Sports, you got Dose of Dion.
Yes, sir.
No brainer. If you need a good haircut, all you got to do is go to Lady Jane's, because that's a no-brainer too. Come into Lady Jane's for an award-winning experience. They are open 10 to 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime. Before you know it, your hair will be game ready. It's awesome when I get off the show. If I want to, clean up the dead ends a little bit, maybe take an inch or two off, I can sit down in one of those chairs, and I know Alyssa or Bethany will take care of me. I highly recommend you get into a Lady Jane's haircut somewhere near you and let them treat you like a king as well. Like I said, 10 to 7 days a week, no appointment necessary, because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper! Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for over 23 years makes Mike the #1 option for anyone. If you have real estate needs, call Mike Phillips at 313-403-0011. That's 313-403-0011. Michael Phillips, game on.
Game on! Flame on!
Flame on!
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinmo Rex.
Hello.
You got young Chris in the TV booth, JB Smooth, the ones and twos. You're sliding by in the hot dog suit today, JB, just because we're so pumped up talking about the Detroit Lions. Put the camera on. Actually, JB, you've been quiet today's show. What's your takeaways from the Detroit Lions win? Jesus, I'm having a seizure right now. I don't know what that was.
I was like, "Are you okay? You good?"
Hey, Junior.
No, I'm still pumped up like you guys. Like, it's exciting to see. Finally we got this win. That monkey is off of Dan Campbell's back right now.
Hey,
everyone asking where this next win was going to come.
That monkey.
But I'm excited, but I'm also kind of upset too because that draft stock is kind of iffy right now.
Blue-eyed devil with a fat ass monkey.
And that kind of leads into our next topic as well, because you put on the prep sheet today. What does winning this game mean for the Detroit Lions? And that kind of goes. Or we talked to TJ Hawkins. I apologize. I knew we would do that. I was looking at the prep sheet at the time. I apologize. We'll do that next segment. Then let's talk TJ Hawkins.
Yeah,
because he did actually have a pretty big game.
He did.
I think he led the team in receptions for the Minnesota Vikings. But at the same time, our tight ends had the 2 touchdowns for us.
Yes.
So let me ask you this: in the game that we only scored 16 points, did the Lions miss TJ Hawkinson yesterday?
No, they didn't. TJ Hawkinson, he did have 9 catches for 70 yards, which is that's a pretty good game. He did go out there and he made his presence felt for Minnesota, but we ain't miss shit. I'm happy for those picks. I don't care about TJ Bustinson. No. TJ Hawkinson, we did not miss him. As people, we did not miss him as fans. And the Detroit Lions did not miss him as an organization. The Detroit Lions went out there and they showed the guys that can fill in for him. James Mitchell looked good in obviously limited work effort.
Uh-huh.
Shane Zylstra showed out. 2 players caught their first NFL touchdown, both of them tight ends. This offense is not catered around the tight end. This offense does not need a tight end to step up and be that number 1 option. So, no, I'm not. This offense did not miss Hawkinson. The Detroit Lions did not miss Hawkinson. They're fine without him. They missed more not having, like Dose of Dion said, outside receivers, having guys out there that could take the top off of defense. When you have Khalif Raymond lining up with Tom Kennedy in a bunch formation, it's not a pretty sight, but we did not miss TJ Hawkinson as Lions fans, and the Detroit Lions as a team did not miss him because they had guys stepping up, making plays, and doing what they do, and that was James Mitchell and Shane Zylstra.
Now, just to play devil's advocate, right? Because I've already come out and say it doesn't, the TJ Hawkinson trade, missing him, I don't. It didn't affect me that much. My only beef, again, was it being within the division. Can I bring up this, though?
No.
Yes, we had those tight ends show up and they scored 2 touchdowns. But it was in a game where our defense uncharacteristically held the team to 9 points. I mean, heading into that game, they averaged, 32.8 a game. Knowing that he was our leading receiver beforehand throughout the entire season. There's no concern a little bit. I guess no.
It's not hard to be a leading receiver on a team where everybody's injured. If you're the only guy out there, you're going to be the leading receiver. TJ Hawkinson is not some transcendent talent, transcendent player. He's a good tight end. He's a solid tight end. He's not bad, but he's not great. And that is not worth $14 million a year. They did not miss him. The offense will not miss him. Once Josh Reynolds is back, you won't even notice he's gone. And again, like Dion said, the Packers have a good defense. So I'm not worried about the offense not putting up points with Tom Kennedy and Khalif Raymond as their outside wide receivers.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the stat lineup. I see Jared Goff only 137 yards on the day. He had the 2 touchdowns, the 1 pick. He looked bad yesterday, by the way.
Golf?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
He's obviously not great. That's not even an argument. If anyone's saying he's great, just log off, go home. I don't know what the hell you're doing here in life. I'm just kidding. That sounds mean. But he can be just good, but it's never consistent enough. That's the thing that just drives me crazy, man. I think watching Justin Fields tear it up yesterday, 61-yard touchdown he had. I'm just so ready for Bryce Young, man. I don't know that I could specifically say that we're going to miss TJ Hawkinson because, like you said, we were missing other wide receivers as well. Josh Reynolds, a guy who stepped up big in the absence of even DJ Chark being gone too.
Yes.
We still haven't seen J-Mo on the field. Were you disappointed in Amon-Ra's performance?
No.
We get the 5 catches or 55 yards. I'm a fantasy owner of a manager of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Maybe that's why I was a little bit
4 catches for 55 yards.
Yeah.
13.8.
He was just supposed
yards
to eat,
per
man.
catch.
That's all I was going to say.
It's tough when you have Jareer Alexander and other players take. Like, the Packers have a good defense, and we're down 3 receivers with Jared Goff as your quarterback. You can't expect them to go out there and put up 40 points every week. Like, this is going to happen, especially against the good defense that the Green Bay has.
Yeah, I'm asking the Woodward Sports chat, the Woodward Sports poll. I want to know what you guys think. I'm reading some of the comments too, but I'm going to put a poll up as well. It's like a yes and no thing, but I mean, as we said, we're missing the wide receivers as well. That's going to affect it. But the 16 points, I guess, in general, I guess no. I'm not really. I can't say I'm too concerned about the offense.
Not. Like I said, they were missing DeAndre Swift, as Dose of Dion pointed out, barely played other than the first 2 series.
Yeah.
Josh Reynolds gone. DJ Chark gone. Obviously, Jameson Williams hasn't been there.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it at all. The Packers have a good defense. We won the game. Jared Goff sucks.
They don't really have. They're good against the pass. That's about it, though. I mean, the run defense is worse than ours. And mind you, we were a historically bad defense heading into yesterday's game. How much credit are you giving AG? I know you got the game ball. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. Oh, no. I give him a lot of credit. He stepped up.
It's crazy, too, because I know he's a former player. And, like, he's older, obviously. But when he got the game ball, he started singing, "Oledu." Yeah. But it's funny because, like, back in his day, that's probably what they were playing. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's funny as hell. So you're giving AG the credit for yesterday, or what?
Yeah, I mean, Tom, I'm not going to say everything was on him. Obviously,
for sure.
The inexperience and injuries played a factor of the Packers' offense looking so pathetic.
Yeah.
And the players stepping up and making plays is probably the biggest reason for it. Like we said, game-changing plays out of Kirby Joseph and Aiden Hutchinson. But no, I'll give AG the credit he deserves. He came up with a great game plan. He went out there and had his guys ready to execute, and that's what they did.
Defend the Glen! I've been saying it all year now. I'm just excited because you saw, obviously, the players. I'm excited for a couple of things because, as I said Friday, this was like the one regime that I bought into, and that's why I was just kind of so hurt to see like things go the way it was. Now, we've had a lot of games that we've lost, and some of them were close, but at the end of the day, it was an L. And those things seem to pile up, and just the shit starts to smell and get stinkier and stinkier. But you saw this team lose a stud player to them in TJ Hawkinson, and then you also saw him lose a coach. And then the team can go one or two ways in those situations. You can just be down the dumps after that because it seems like you're just throwing the season in. It's a wrap. It's done for. Or you can respond to it. And these coaches have this guy's respect because what they do, they go out there and they responded to it. That's the best the secondary performed all year. Yeah. And by the way, it just happened to be against a Hall of Fame quarterback in Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and well, I mean, Aaron Rodgers has played pretty poorly this year. They have no receivers.
Well, actually, no.
Packers aren't the same.
Aaron Rodgers still top 5 in touchdowns this year heading into the season. I think he's top 10 in QBR. It's just that the Packers were losing games. Aaron Rodgers statistically was still playing like pretty well this year. It just, again, this is the best we've seen this defense perform all year, in my opinion. I think that the other game I'd give them in terms of like defensive credit, maybe the Dallas game, and things obviously went wrong. Obviously, 5 turnovers in that one gave their offense extra points to score. It made it look worse than it was. But Chris, you had your hand up. What were you about to say?
I just want to ask a question and see if you guys have the same level of frustration I do. It seems like there hasn't been one game yet this season where both sides are clicking. Like, Ben Johnson started off the year hot. The offense was cooking. The defense trash. And then now it seems like the last couple weeks, the defense is kind of starting to get itself together, and the offense, and I know there's injuries and stuff, but is it frustrating to you at all, or do you understand because of the injuries and everything going on right now that they haven't been able to dominate one game consistently on both sides of the ball, or at least been good on both sides of the ball?
I've always been in the camp of, I guess, understanding the situation that they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always thought Jared Goff as like a middle-of-the-pack quarterback. I've never thought of him as elite or like consistently good. So I've always expected him to F things up when given the chance. And he tried yesterday. A couple times. Dan Campbell had a moment yesterday. You know, I think we'll probably talk about that one next segment if you want. But that concerned me a bit too. But no, I mean, the reality of the situation is this team is young. This team is inexperienced, especially on the defensive side of the ball. That's where you probably should expect the least amount of performance is that side of the ball, week in, week out. Alex Anzalone is like your captain on that side of the ball. He's the guy calling the plays for you. That's not a good look. That's not a good sign. Alex Anzalone, as much as I respect him as an NFL player, as a professional athlete, and remaining in the league that long, doesn't make him a good linebacker in terms of like the professional sense. So, no, I expect him to be on the offensive side, though. That's where I do grow a little bit frustrated, and that's why I brought up the question: is like, do we miss T.J. Hockenson, or are we truly like in some type of offensive slump now? Yes, there were injuries to like the wide receiver room, but we saw that happen in week 4. I think it was against the Seattle Seahawks, and we still put up hella points in that game too. You know what I'm saying? So, but TJ balled that game. That was the game I think he had that 169-yard game. So that's why I kind of meshed the two. Is like, do we miss TJ? Is that what it was, or I mean, we'll see. Time will go on, but the 16 points at home, mind you. And they lost Rashawn Gary during that game, too.
Yes.
It was a little bit concerning to me at points. But I guess the shortcomings of the offense, and I mean, I don't know the golf fans, if they still exist at this point, are out there. They'll hate this answer, but I blame it on golf yesterday.
Oh, I do, too.
There was a lot of
sloppy
balls.
He didn't perform. He went out there. He was only 14 for 26 for 137 yards, 2 touchdowns, and you saw some of the throws he was making there were well short of open receivers.
Yeah. The one interception he had was disgusting.
Yeah, I heard Greg Olson was like, he just didn't see him. You didn't see Jair Alexander, the best player on the defense?
Yeah,
like, come on.
That's the one guy you should
find. Why are you
not?
You should know where he is on the field at all times.
100%, man.
Yeah, Jared Goff did not do anything to help the offense.
Yeah, I think he should try this new performance enhancing drink. I actually taken it myself. It's called I'm just kidding. Citron. It's the official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings. That's why they're doing so well too. The state of Michigan went on a winning streak outside of the Detroit Pistons, and I think it's because of Citron. All right, you see it downtown in LCA when you're there, and it's because it's the official energy drink of the Red Wings. Right now, you can try their 6-pack sampler box at CitronWorld.com/Red Wings, where they got the OG, the cranberry, and the sugar-free. If you're trying to drop some LBs, it's Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back talking about what this win means for the Detroit Lions.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there.
And that one Lions playoff win in 1991, Detroit fans were there.
Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome. Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Get your customized approach to weight loss at Custom Health Centers. Think of all the ways that weight affects your health, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Custom Health Centers is blessed to have over 20,000 success stories. It has been their honor to help many professional athletes lose weight and improve their health. People like Detroit Lion Eddie Murray and Detroit Piston Rick Mahorn. Start losing weight today. Call Dr. Jason and Custom Health Centers at 844-789-THIN. Once again, that's 844-789-THIN.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We got Chris to the TD booth, JB Smooth, and the hot dog suit on the 1s and 2s. I guess, JB, because I think you're taking the last segment for the offense, and it's the TJ Hockenson point, too. I mean, he's gone. It is what it is, but what do you think is missing? Is it a Ben Johnson thing? Is it the injury thing? Is it because Hawk was gone?
I think it's just an injury thing. Just because, this win right here gave us all a little bit of confidence in the Lions, and it just gives us a taste of what they could be once we're actually back at full strength. And I think that's what's going to help, kind of push us along with the rest of the season. Just that hope, that wish, that opportunity that we could be, a top-tier, top-level team next season. So I think it's just the injuries for me, man.
Yeah. Well, I want to move on back to the agenda we had last week, kind of to talk about the future of the Detroit Lions, and this win dropped us per NFL Tankathon to the 5th overall pick in the NFL draft rather than the 1st, which we were last week. But outside of that, I guess what Dose of Dion also brought up the fact that we're 2 games, technically I think 1.5 games out of the playoffs too. This conversation go one or two ways, all right?
Yeah.
What does this win mean for the Detroit Lions, Spinny?
This win means they won a game. This win means they beat the Green Bay Packers, and it means nothing more than that. Hopefully they can string it together, but I was talking with Braylon before the show, and it's about winning the day. It's about winning the week. That's all you can hope for. You can't look forward. You can't look behind at this point. You just have to do whatever is in front of you. And right now, that is the Chicago Bears. So on to Chicago, on to Soldier Field.
Yeah.
The Lions need to take it one game at a time this season and hopefully lose the majority of them so we can get Bryce Young.
Lions fans!
Lions fans! I love Jim Caldwell.
Yeah, I think it's tough because I said this on Friday too. Like, although winning is probably like what's best for the future in terms of structuring this roster, you want to be first in that draft because I want a quarterback. I 100% absolutely do. Just watching, put this in perspective, I guess. All right, the fact that the Bears are better than us heading into the season, outside of my uncle who's also crazy. What did we expect out of the Bears this year? We had Adam on the Morning Woodward show tell you guys they're going 0-17.
Yeah, I said they won 3 games, I think.
And throughout the entire since the season started, they've looked better than the Lions in terms of win losses. I haven't watched all their games, but the mobility of Justin Fields is what's keeping them intact. That offense, especially outside of Herbert and Montgomery, when healthy, and even then you're prepping for the run game. You're stacking the box on the opposite
Mooney's
side.
pretty good.
Mooney is good. But Justin Fields is the guy keeping these guys alive in these games. They just traded away, who's his name, Roquan Smith, and they traded away Robert Quinn.
Yes.
So, their defense isn't, a strength per se, no longer,
they still got Eddie Jackson by there. They still have players, the Bears do, but you're right. It's been Justin Fields carrying that team. It's when you have a dynamic dual-threat quarterback like that, he can make a lot of subpar to bad pieces look better. With his ability to extend plays, with his ability to stay alive in the pocket, make things happen with his legs. It's just more things the defense has to account for. So they can't not worry about anything else, stay attached to receivers, not have to worry about what the quarterback's doing. You have to be aware what Justin Fields is doing.
Yeah.
You have to be aware where he's at on the field, what he's going to do going forward. And Jared Goff does not provide that same that same element.
Doesn't.
Let alone his, that water gun he's got attached to his shoulder.
Oh, man.
His legs are non-existent. His pocket presence is non-existent. I don't know. He had a couple nice throws in the last game, but he had a lot of bad ones. And he had a lot of situations where he could have gotten out of the pocket. Just imagine that. With guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams when he comes back, Khalif Raymond, guys that can make things happen, that are quick, shifty. If you have a quarterback that can extend plays, get out of the pocket, let those guys start freestyling out there. Let Jameson Williams cut somebody up and go across the field and have a quarterback that can extend the play, get out of the pocket, and deliver the ball to him. It would bring a whole new element to this. That's what this offense is lacking. Any, I don't want to say excitability, but it's too vanilla. They know what's going to happen. They know Jared Goff is either going to hand the ball off or stand back there in the pocket like a statue and make his first read. Yeah. He brings nothing exciting to the table, nothing a defense has to overly account for, like a Justin Fields or another quarterback of that caliber that can make things happen when the play breaks down. If everything goes right for Jared Goff, every single thing, every read, every snap, every blocking assignment, then he can deliver the ball on time and on target. But if anything goes somewhat wrong, if something breaks off, pressure's in his face, a missed block, a slip on the route, he loses his mind. Everyone loses their minds. He can't do it. He can't overcome adversity with his lack of athleticism and arm talent. He needs everything to go right or he'll become a subpar quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you saw it in the 2 fourth down calls yesterday. Jared Goff rushed.
Yes.
Ah! You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it's a guy, I mean, I'm not trying to ask anybody to be Patrick Mahomes. He's possibly like one of the best we've ever seen. I'm not asking him to be Aaron Rodgers, but like,
just move around in the pocket.
Yeah, if you had even that, you at least just try to run for it.
I'm not saying go out there and be Josh Allen, be Lamar Jackson, be Michael Vick, be a guy that can run for 500. No, just be able to move around, navigate the pocket, extend the play a little bit, and if it's there, take a 5-yard run out of bounds.
Yeah.
Don't just throw it out of bounds. Get a couple of yards and get out of bounds. Move around, maneuver the pocket. Buy some time for your receivers to get open down the field. Rather than just standing back there making one read. If it's not there, I throw it in the dirt.
And the thing, too, is like, I know there's golf defenders out there, and they're going to bring up the injuries. Oh, look at the wide receiver core to deal with. Like, that's one thing, too. Even at the situation you said, if everything goes right, that ball's still wobbly as hell coming out of there. You know what I'm saying? And it's wobbly as hell, and it's not always, like, accurate. He had that one pass, actually, to DeAndre Swift, which, mind you, DeAndre Swift dealing with the shoulder injury on top of, like, the ankles as well. But the one where he had to make an Odell catch to have it be a reception. Yeah. And it was a 15-yard curl route. Mm-hmm. It's just... And he can make good throws. We saw him in the Miami game.
Yes.
But it's just not consistent enough. And when it's not consistent, it's bad. There's a lot of times it's piss poor throws. You go to the 2 interceptions in the Dallas game. Piss poor throws. He's just not it. So the win yesterday, it was fun. I like not being joked around. I like watching like the highlights and knowing that they contribute to winning an actual football game.
Yes.
But at the same time, we're now out of the Bryce Young sweepstakes unless we then take extra draft capital to move up to grab him. So I guess
would you do that? If the Lions are at 10 or 8 and the Rams pick is 12, would you trade those 2 picks to move up and get Bryce Young? Because that's what it would take.
I'm not like a believer in Bryce Young in terms of like him being and quarterback evaluations are all over the map, by the way, too. I can sit up here and tell you about how I think about guys in college. Spinney could do it. The guys on ESPN can do it. There's actual GMs who get paid to do it, and no one's right 100% of the time. Quarterback's one of the hardest positions to evaluate in football. So no, I don't solely want Bryce Young. I feel like I like Caleb Williams more than I like Bryce Young. I could be incorrect in that evaluation, but
you'd be willing to take another year of golf?
It'll suck. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I could stomach it, honestly.
That's a good point too. But I'm trying to get myself in the mindset of like next year's going to be another one of these kind of years where it's going to be like some good. There's golf. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some good and bad with it, but
I just can't stomach that. Like if you don't make a move on a quarterback and if you expect me to believe that the Detroit Lions want to win games, that the Detroit Lions want to make pushes for a playoff, for a conference title, a division title, and you're putting Jared Goff out there, I can't take you serious. I can't.
Yeah.
Because he does not have the intangibles to win in the NFL unless every single thing is right around him.
Including his arm.
Yes.
Because, again, wobbly. Like you go to those plays yesterday where the ball was either inaccurate or even on the 4th down play, wobbly. It wasn't even a catchable ball. You know what I'm saying? Amon-Ra's over here trying to get it. It's not consistent enough for me. Mm-hmm. And that's the beef. So, like, the win ultimately means that we have to start considering actually possibly, giving up more draft assets to move up. But if I'm doing it, though, like, I like Bryce Young, but he's 6'4". I'm sorry, he's 6 foot flat, 200 pounds.
He's not 6 foot.
He is 6 foot.
He's not 6 foot.
200 pounds.
He's listed as 6 foot. He's not 6 foot.
It's not. He's not like a perfect specimen of a prospect, I should say. So like, no, I wouldn't want to like then move up in the draft to grab him specifically. I'd rather build more of a full team and use those picks next year and however many other years you want to go get Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I'll tell you. You always say that because he's listed at 6 foot. But during the Alabama game this week, I forget who the announcer was. He's like, "Yeah, they list Bryce Young at 6 foot, but." When I was down there talking to him, I don't know what height he is, but he's not 6 foot. It's true. He's probably like 5'10".
That's you and your narrative, right?
That's what I was gonna say. 5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there.
He's probably like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah,
he's taller than 5'10". A little shake on it.
How many Bama games have you watched, man? He's
I'm telling you, the Lions been piss poor, Spinny. You know I'm not a college football guy. I've been watching some college football. I'm all in.
Bryce Young is not 6 foot.
I can't for sure say 6 foot. He's not 5'10".
You seen those ads where they have like shoes that add a couple inches? He probably wears those.
Yeah, shape ups on.
Yeah, he's got the shape ups.
Why is the algorithm giving you ads to get taller?
I don't know.
Insecure?
Yeah.
In your height?
I feel like I'm 6 foot. Bryce Young's not 6 foot.
Athlete wearing shape ups is hilarious. Like that's hilarious.
Kyler Murray probably does when he's out and about. I'm not gonna lie.
Kyler Murray's legitimately 5'4". Like that dude's.
Yeah.
I was just about to say cancelable word. That dude is a little person.
What
do you think I was gonna say?
I don't know. You said cancelable. My mind said 15 million things.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't be mad if they went defense, but if you were going defense, there's only one place to go, Spinny.
Obviously, it's Guardian Alarm. It's the only defense you need. Because Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind whether you're at home or on the road. With their 24/7 local monitoring, they make sure the things that are important to you stays safe. All you have to do is call 1-800
Stay Out.
That's 1-800
Stay Out.
And stay out saying Bryce Young is 6 foot tall. Guardian Alarm. They're here to help you when you need it. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll be right back.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Rex.
What up, though?
Chris and the TD Boo. JB Smooth, the ones and twos. I got your nameplate changed too. Shout to KC Bayboy in the Woodward Sports chat. I mess with him on Twitter. He's one of the more like funnier, wittier followers of Woodward Sports, and he always got something funny to say. He's attacking us right now because he feels like, you know, in a day after a win, we shouldn't be discussing Goff's replacement. Which I got a couple things to say towards, I guess. First, do you think he's the answer long term? I don't think that's. I don't think a win yesterday against the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, and the backup boys, you know what I'm saying, like, constitutes Jared Goff being here after having 137 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I guess secondly, too, is like, what else do you want? Playoff Spinny.
No.
Playoff Spinny. No, let's do it. 1.5 games out of the playoffs.
We're not making the playoffs.
That's fairly close. We're going to get Chicago Bears team.
The Detroit Lions are not making the playoffs.
I heard Josh Allen might be out for a couple of weeks. I don't know if that's like true. I said he might be out this week. I don't know about a couple of weeks. Just no, you're not even entertained.
No.
Why?
Because one win against a bad Packers team doesn't make me think this is a playoff team.
Casey wants to know why, man.
Because they suck. No, it is.
They have had some close losses now.
They're still losses.
Actually, one very close loss against the division-leading Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota.
I don't care. I don't care about close losses. They're losses. That's what it is. It's not a close loss. It's not a moral victory. It's a loss. You lost. That's it. That's all that matters.
But you're good enough to win, though.
No, you're not. If you're good enough to win, you would have won. But they didn't. They lost.
You're good enough to win.
But you didn't.
It was a coaching year, I feel like, in that one.
Okay, and that counts.
They're still good enough to win.
But they didn't. If they were good enough to win, they would have won.
They're
I don't
still
care
good enough to win.
About close losses.
I'll argue that.
Aren't
for sure.
good enough to win. You didn't win. Then you obviously weren't good enough to do it because you didn't do it.
Casey wants to talk playoffs. Don't let Spinny bull you in this question, JB.
We're not talking playoffs.
Our Detroit
JB.
sports shows, don't let them bull you. He wears those shoes and make him taller. All right, this guy's insecure. Are Detroit sports shows allowed to talk playoffs after yesterday's win?
I mean, if you want to fantasize about playoffs, that's fine. But in all reality, it's not gonna happen. Like, let's be real about this. Come on,
Chris.
Oh. No.
Do you think they can make the playoffs?
No way.
Hell no.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just curious. KC, I wish the lines were up, man. I'd have you call in. I'm sure there's some people out there who could try to paint that picture for sure.
If one person has an idea to jump off a bridge, do you do it easy?
For real, yeah.
No.
I'm sure people can paint a picture that O.J. Simpson didn't kill his wife, but, the Lions aren't going to make the playoffs.
Someone did paint that picture. Yeah. They painted it pretty well.
Yeah, they did. Shout out to Goat Johnny.
Yes.
A law degree did that.
I'm just saying.
It's Chewbacca.
I'm Casey, and I'm not like throwing shade at you, Casey. I'm just like, because I only bring you up an example because I'm sure there's more of you like with the same opinion in the chat. I just wanted like, what do you?
No, Easy. It's because you want to believe. You just want so hard to buy in.
I don't. I want Bryce Young. I like listening to like that whole conversation we just had.
This year, would you rather have Bryce Young or the Lions make the playoffs?
Bryce Young. Because first and foremost, like
one more win and we'll see what that answer is.
I can't even fathom them being in the playoffs, though. Like I'm saying, like,
well, if you like
I couldn't even like allow myself,
blue pill, red pill, blue pill, Lions in the playoffs. Red pill, you get Bryce Young.
That's a good. I mean, damn.
I want Bryce Young.
You say it because like it's the argument you're making though, but like
no, because I don't
come on,
care
you don't want to see the Lions in the playoffs.
I don't care about going to the playoffs. I want to win playoff games consistently. I want to consistently go to the playoffs, and they will not do that with Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Oh man,
what? You got a little potty?
Yeah, I just got a poop spell.
How did Easy know that?
I gotta take a Jared Goff. Yeah, because he does it like every time we're on air.
No, I don't gotta pee.
I know.
Take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
I'm just curious.
Kids off at the pool. Go full Kirby Joseph.
Only time they've been to the Super Bowl.
All right then. So we can't talk about going to the playoffs.
I refuse.
Do I let us bitch about Campbell and the?
Yeah, we'll do that next.
All right.
I mean, we can talk about it because honestly,
because I do kind of feel Casey a little bit. You want to talk positively, right?
I'm not that mad about it though.
Here's my beef. Are we doing this?
Let's do it. I mean, we got.
All right. I'm just making sure because I got. It's built up.
You want to wait up? We got 7 minutes left.
Wherever you want to take it. All right. You know what? Casey did say something. He said, "Could I ask him? What do you want to talk about then?"
Who is that? Is that Ryan? Yeah. Oh no, it's Noah.
There's Noah.
Yeah.
Thanks for distracting me.
Sorry, I distracted me. It's like Insidious when they're talking at the table over the shoulder. That's what it's kind of like.
All right, off the top of your dome.
Easy anytime anything happens ever around him.
Literally just you. Name me the players that were key in yesterday's win.
Kirby Joseph.
Okay. Next.
Derek Barnes.
Okay.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay.
Jerry Jacobs.
Okay.
Okay. James Mitchell.
Okay.
Shane Zylstra.
I like where this is going, by the way. Okay. Feel free to hop in this too, JB, if we're missing anybody.
Jeff Okuda.
All right. That's fair. He had a touchdown and the big gain on him.
Kind of got burnt.
Got to add Aaron Rodgers. He gave us 3 of them.
Okay. Corey Joseph, Brad Holmes edition. Derek Barnes, Brad Holmes edition. Aiden Hutchinson.
Corey Joseph, by the way.
Corey Joseph, Kirby Joseph, Brad Holmes edition. This one, Jay.
I think Spencer's head would explode if Corey Joseph was on 2 Detroit teams.
I'd rather see him on the line so I can see him get lit up.
James Mitchell, Brad Holmes edition.
Yeah.
Shane Zylstra, Brad Holmes edition. Buy or sell, Brad Holmes.
Buy.
I know.
Well, I've never sold Brad Holmes.
Isn't that crazy? You didn't even know where I was going with that one. Yeah. Every single one of those guys that impacted the game yesterday. Yeah. Brad Holmes.
Buy. Yeah, you never sell Brad Holmes. Like Dion said, it's easier to make a list of his misses because it's so few. It's Iffy and Levi, and then 7th rounders.
Yeah, and other guys who really didn't have a chance to prove themselves yet, because you could bring up Iffy, but when he was in, he looked
pretty good. Yeah.
The play that he got hurt on, well, he made the tackle. I had a burp.
I thought you were gonna start crying.
Chase Lucas, guy again. You 7th-round picks. I don't think everyone fully expects him ever to make the team.
Yeah,
but he's hurt now too.
That's what pisses me off about some Lions fans is they try to get that rhetoric of Brad Holmes not being able to, look at these 7th-round draft picks that are working out. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry, every late-round draft pick can't be a starter like Malcolm Rodriguez. How many starters are rookie 6th-rounders right now in the NFL? Why don't you look that up? Come on. It doesn't happen to where you just hate. All these, late-rounders. It's not realistic.
Jerry Jacobs. Brad Holmes edition. What up, though, Chris? You got your hand up.
I think we should do this a topic tomorrow. Rank the 3 GMs in Detroit because there's not really a 4th one. We don't want to acknowledge that 4th one.
Oh no.
Well, now that he's here, but he's new. Ranking the 3 on their drafting because my mind immediately went to reading off all those hits that Brad Holmes has. I'm really high on Troy Weaver's drafting, and people are very high on Eisman's drafting. I'd love to see that ranking.
It would be a fun topic, but number 1, Stevie Y. There's not even a debate. You could, I guess, a conversation between Troy and Brad, but we gotta see those things play out. I guess.
Yeah.
Probably maybe that is a discussion. Brad.
It's hard, It's
different.
There's 2 rounds in the NBA draft,
Yeah.
And Troy gets talent out of them.
Yeah, so Troy's
consistently.
Yeah.
Except for Killian.
That's fair.
Killian might be the worst player in the NBA.
The worst?
The worst.
Stop. Offensively, yeah, but he's still a defense. He's still valued defensively. Come on. The worst?
He might be the worst player in the NBA.
There's guys worse than Killian.
That gets legit minutes. The 12th dude off the bench, but Killian's ass water.
Killian is pretty rough.
I feel bad, Max. I've always been a component of wanting Killian, see him do well, but
yeah, it is what it is. All right,
it is what it is.
Let me ask you this: in the two tight ends yesterday, the guys that we expect to replace T.J. Hockenson, out of all of them, did Bryce Wright even play yesterday? By the way,
I did not see him out there.
Yeah, I know he didn't register a catch. I don't remember seeing him out there at all either.
Yeah.
I guess the answer is James Mitchell.
He had 1 target, by the way.
One target.
Brock Wright did.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a catch.
Brock Wright's big, man.
Probably
He's slow as shit.
From Jared Goff there.
He is slow.
All right.
He's a big body, though. He's a good red zone threat, but yeah, James Mitchell's got the most upside.
To the Detroit Lions fans that came to hear the positive stuff, we just got to get one bitch session in. All right. We're going to bitch about Dan Campbell coming up next. What? You got good? Okay. No, well, maybe we're not.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not. Tell us about Big Boy. Let's get to it.
I will. Because for a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries are back at Big Boy. It's not the Slim Jim. It's the Big Jim. Chili cheese is such a tease. And guess what else is new? The bacon blue. But don't forget about upgrading those fries. They got chili cheese fries, nacho fries, and the banger of all banger, the baked potato fries. So make sure you go satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. Because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Streets. Keep your
Chili
head up.
Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they'll beat all competitors by $5.
$5?
$5. Don't forget to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com's got the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans, your Vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations, and more coming.
Chili Peppers Tan.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward West Live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spinball.
That's a roller coaster I'd like to ride.
Hey, yo! Me too. Is there a height limit? I thought this was going to be a bitching segment.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about Dan Campbell's questionable call at the end of the game. And honestly, I questioned the one in the beginning too. The 2 fourth down calls.
Yeah.
Where we went 0 for 2 yesterday on 4th down. Again, I thought it was going to be a bitching segment. You said you liked it or didn't mind?
I didn't mind. The first one I agree with. I would like to see him take the points there.
Yeah.
I don't like the call to go for it.
Okay.
First drive of the game, first possession of the game, you get the points, take the points, feel good. The second one though, was 4th and 3 on the Green Bay 43.
Uh-huh.
I see, 2 minutes left. I see it as kind of what Brian Kelly did against Alabama, to where he went for 2 in overtime to win the game. You got nothing to lose. You go for it. You get it. You win the game. You lose. Oh, well. For me, that's what Dan Campbell was thinking. You get this first down here. You win the game. You don't. Aaron Rodgers has the ball either way. What's more than likely, as good as Jack Fox is, that punt's going to go into the end zone. So it's got a 20-yard net difference, starting at the 40, then starting at the 20. That's one play, really. So, yeah, it's not a great call. I'm not in love with it, but it's not the worst call in the world. If you get the first down, you win the game. That's what he had to be thinking. You have nothing to lose. The season's a wash anyways. You're winning this game. You're controlling this game. You get the first down, you win the game. Is a 20-yard difference really that much when you're looking at Aaron Rodgers with 2 minutes left? Not really.
My beef with it wasn't the actual attempt, because I get it. Like, it's a situation that it's not the same situation, but similar to the Minnesota situation where, hey, you get this first down, you win the game.
Mm-hmm.
My beef in it, and maybe it's somewhat towards Ben Johnson, but ultimately Dan Campbell is accountable for everything because he's the head coach. He makes the final decision on everything. You put it in Jared Goff's hands. The guy...
Yeah, I don't like the play call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
25 other times throughout the game, only completed 14 of those passes. And I'm not talking about, like, this is great defense on him. The bad passes. Jared Goff is not having a good game.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking rough out there for your boy. That's my beef. That's my beef time and time again. It was my beef last year. I mean, you see my voice getting louder with it because it pisses me off. This guy is mid. M-I-D. Exclamation point at the end of it. Why are we putting these opportunistic moments in the game in his hands if time and time and time and time again he's failed to show up for them? He was thank you. He was part of a Super Bowl roster in LA. Fuck them picks. Get this guy out of here. He's just not, like, stop giving him the ball in those situations. Even the 4th down call at the red zone. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really hate none of the times we go for it on 4th down, so for that 4th and 7. But, like, not with Jared Goff. Run the ball. You have one of the best run games in the league right now.
They did just get stopped on the run for -2. The play before that.
I don't give a lovely mother F, bro. Like, stop. Jared Goff, on top of, like, being Jared Goff, was having a Jared Goff-ass game. Dude looked mid. Stop giving him the ball in those moments. Run the damn ball. Run it. Because a little part of it, too, is, like, you're giving Aaron Rodgers the ball at half midfield, too. Like, Aaron Rodgers in a one-score game with your defense that is averaging 32 points per game. They're letting up like that. It was. I'm not mad at the call. I'm just mad at the actual play
I'm mad
call.
at the play call. Yeah,
Yes.
the play call wasn't. You don't go
run it. Yes,
empty set.
100%.
With Jared Goff. I didn't like that.
Just
I'd like to see some, some trickery. Maybe I don't know, a sweep to Amon-Ra or something involving Amon-Ra getting the ball in his hands rather than a throw. I want Amon-Ra to have the ball in his hands and make the move, make the decision, try to get those yards, rather than relying on Jared Goff to get it to him. So maybe go do a wildcat with Amon-Ra and Jamal. Or put Jack Fox out there and fake the punt.
Yeah.
Because that works out more than Jared Goff going for it.
Yeah.
It's, like I said, I looked at what Brian Kelly did against Alabama.
Guess what he did? We went for 2. They ran the ball 2.
Yeah, but it was 1 yard. It was a little different. But, it's
4th and inches, wasn't it? Yesterday? Or 4-2?
It was 4th and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was 3rd and 1, and then they lost 2 on
that's right.
third and 1. And so if you got Swift back there, maybe run. I don't know. I don't like the play call. I don't mind the decision to go for it because, like I said, a first down wins you the game.
And even
a 20-yard difference with Aaron Rodgers is not the biggest thing. It's a better trade. Like the risk reward is way higher for a reward.
And some of that blame maybe could you lean towards Ben Johnson in that situation. And I'm sorry that I'm even getting this mad after a victory, but Dan Campbell, you can't tell me he didn't know that was the play call going into that situation. You know what I'm saying? And I saw Joey 2 times in Woodward Sports Chat mention, hey, how come we didn't see too many runs on the outside? I got to tell you something about Quay Walker, the guy that I at one point I wanted the Lions to draft, the linebacker for them.
Plays.
Dude's a beast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of the fastest linebackers in this year's draft, and I think that's why you didn't see them. Because let's be real about it, Jamal's not great outside. We see them make some runs bust out there when Jonah Jackson's on the pole. I apologize. I don't know why I forgot the word. But Quay Walker, the defense was it just wasn't going to work out, in my opinion, with Jamal Williams. But run the damn ball and get creative with it too. This is where I wanted to shift a little bit of that blame to Ben Johnson.
Couple motions, a tight end wham block.
But it drives me a little bit crazy too because we've seen it. We've seen them get creative. Mm-hmm. Why are we so stagnant now? You know what? Actually, I do know the answer. I just answered my damn self. It's because of the injuries. You have these guys moving up from the practice squad. They haven't practiced this trickery. What is this trickery?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's probably the answer to why. But I mean, even going back to the Miami game when they had that one touchdown in the red zone against us, where they had that running back that no one ever heard of, had his first career touchdown, but on that motion, then there's a direct snap to him when he's just running back to it. Get the ball out of Jared Goff's hands in those situations. That's all I'm asking for. We won, but it was looking that way. It was looking to be a Lions type loss where it's why did we just do that?
Yeah,
we just gave Aaron Rodgers the ball at midfield. What? Mm-hmm. Against our defense that's again uncharacteristically playing very, very well. So maybe that you look at that too, but it was looking to be a heartbreaker. It did. Actually, what were you thinking in your head? I guess once he did get that ball back.
I was like, shit. Yeah. All those memes that's oh, you left too much time. They thought 2 minutes was enough or whatever. You left too much time for Rodgers. Although you feel that at first because it is Aaron Rodgers. It's what he's known to do. The guy can get down the field very fast. But like you said, you look at the offense that they had out there. You look at how the defense was playing. I wasn't too worried about it. I was like, we can stop these chumps.
Yeah.
We can make some plays and stop these chumps. They haven't done anything all half.
It's just, and a lot of it's probably PTSD for me, a Detroit Lions fan, but again, the Hail Mary he had in that very building. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's that was the guy he gave that ball to and the opportunity to do to us again. And unfortunately, it worked out our way, and the defense did show up for the majority of the game too. So there's that. But yeah, the Campbell stuff, I'm just questioning that aspect of it. But again, I guess I answered my own question. It is a lot of the injuries. Mm-hmm. You're not trying all that funky stuff with those guys, but you can run the damn ball.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really mind them going for it, but the play call was bad. Play call was real bad. Real bad, okay?
Real bad, okay. Yeah. I'm trying.
Drugs are bad.
I'm trying to calm down a bit on it because we won ultimately, so maybe I'm tripping a little bit. Sauce, were you going to say something?
No, but I will say that I also think it's just Jared Goff's limitations that also kind of hinder Ben Johnson's creativity too. So like there is that factor. It's injuries probably one, and then Jared Goff's limitations too. So that is another thing, because the hype is kind of cooling off on Ben Johnson, which I'm okay with, man. Keep him around.
Yeah, I mean the thing is though, you can still be creative without even letting the ball hit Jared Goff's hands. Like again, we brought up the Miami situation where they had the touchdown, where the ball is straight snapped right to him. Or I mean, there's even situations where like Jared Goff leans in for like a fake little audible and they direct snap it to Jamal Williams. Maybe there's things like that. But I mean, again, I'll factor into guys being injured. Why you don't do that stuff. I don't know. I really wish we seen more of it, because we've seen it in the past. We saw it last year with Amon Ra out of the backfield a couple of times. We saw the jet sweep against Washington. Like, I know it's in the playbook. What are we waiting for? We're 1-6.
Yeah.
Like, why
bust it out?
Do you think we're making the playoffs? Is that what you're saving it for? Like, but I mean, maybe Ben evolves as a coordinator. I don't know. I had that hope at one point for a guy named Joe Lombardi, and that never seemed to come along. So we'll see.
Jim Bob Cooter.
People loved him.
He showed flashes.
He did. I was watching Stafford yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, I do miss that guy's arm. That guy's a fucking rocket.
A rocket, dude.
That is wild.
Yeah.
I know they only scored like 10 points, but still, you're just watching it fly out of there after watching Jared Goff's friggin' ducks. It was like, literally, it's like Peyton Manning-esque. It's just, I don't get why you just can't get. Let me see what the Woodward Sports Chat says. Did you hate Dan Campbell's fourth down call in the fourth quarter? 55% say yes, 45% say no. Again, my beef isn't so much with like going for on fourth, it's just
the play call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just run the damn ball. JB, did you hate it?
I mean, the first fourth and 1, yeah, I hated that. Go get the points, but I think we got to chalk that up to them not having faith in the kicker and Michael Bagley, even though it was only 7 yards. I don't see why you weren't able to make that kick, but whatever, it's done now. But the second one, yeah, like Spencer said, I'm not upset with the play. It's just, if you could have had something else work in that process, that would have helped out a lot more than just relying on Jared Goff's arm, because it ain't going to get you nowhere.
Yeah, you're relying on Jared Goff's arm too much. You're gonna need someone else to bail you out. Something you can always rely on, though.
What?
It's the quality of product from the butchery. They got the best meats on the market. The official meat supplier of Woodward Sports Network is the Butchery. Call 248-682-COWS. Yes, that's 248-682-COWS. Or move on over and order online at thebutcherysl.com. Shipping included for Woodward Sports customers. The Butchery, meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for. Wagyu meats and artisan breads inspired by the legend Chef Dave. Only the best of the best for our meat-loving customers. An old-school butcher shop from a new-school perspective. So go check them out. Again, order online at thebutcherysl.com.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been, I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
at Big Boy. No, I'm playing.
Uptime.
Swiss Insurance and their employees are heavily involved in their community. It is very rewarding, but it comes with great responsibility, like Spider-Man powers. If you sit on a local youth sports board, homeowners association, or volunteer coach, directors and officers insurance is a must. Make sure the kids, parents, and volunteers are all protected. Call Swiss Insurance today.
Uptime.
Chili peppers, Dan.
We just did 3 different remix. What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live at woodwardsports.com. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Rex.
What up, though?
Apologize for the negativity. We got Chris in the TV booth.
Chris.
Young Chris. JB Smooth in the hot dog suit.
Oh, yeah. We got to cut to that. We haven't hit our quota yet.
What'd you say?
We haven't hit our quota yet.
He's got the camera up so people can't even see it.
Yeah, we want to see the mustard on your shirt.
Good. Oh, is this better? Is this better? Can you...
Hell yeah, show us your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
I want to, let's say buy sell for tomorrow. We do a whole topic on that one. I want you to talk about your Spartans, man.
Okay.
I'm proud of them.
Yeah, it was a big win. It was a big win. I said there might be something up after what we've heard from our MSU insider about how Mel Tucker reacted after that loss. I was like, that might get the team fired up to go out there and do something. I didn't think they'd win, but I thought they'd at least compete.
Yeah.
And they went out there and won. Peyton Thorne had himself a good game. He bounced back. He threw an interception on the first play of the game. Literally the first play of the game.
I saw people bitching.
Was an interception. He came back, bounced back, finished with 182 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was making plays. Jalen Berger came back, returned, had a big game, 15 carries for 81 yards. They spread the ball around a lot. They had 8 different players with receptions, 4 players with 3 receptions or more.
Yeah.
The offense was humming. And Scotty Hazelton has saved his job the past 3 weeks. Against Wisconsin, Michigan, and now against Illinois, he went out there. He put together a great game plan. He put together a great, scheme on defense, and it has been working out. The defense stepped up. And although Chase Brown went for 136 yards, he is the leading rusher in the country. It was on 33 carries.
Yeah.
The guy had 33 carries for 136 yards. So they didn't get abused like I thought they would. The return of Jacob Slade and Xavier Henderson have been astronomical for this Spartans defense because we knew there weren't a lot of game breakers out there anyways.
How long have they been back?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Xavier's been back 3 weeks. Slade's been back the last 2.
For me, because I only caught the second half.
Yeah.
But, I was interested in this game either way just because of what had happened or what took place in the tunnel, and I'm sorry to bring it back up. It was a black eye in the Michigan State football program. It was a black eye in Mel Tucker, a coach that I feel like even it seemed like Michigan fans were kind of building around. I remember specifically remembering Matt sitting in that chair saying that he at one point wished that Mel Tucker was the coach of Michigan. You know what I'm saying? But he was that type of guy. He was the up and comer. He was supposed to. He was the guy to take Michigan State to make them a blue chip program, along with Matt Ishbia and the rest of the donors and stuff like that too. But I think that was a big moment for the Michigan State football program to have had that happen, because not only did you lose, you embarrassed the program. A lot of important people had to make calls and ask for a lot of favors because of that situation. I mean, there's guys that may be charged with some things. You know what I'm saying, that get them in trouble for a very long time, and he got that team to rally around them. And not only did they get the victory, they got the victory against I know it's the Big Ten, but remember how bad Michigan State's been. Around a 7-1 Illinois team. That's the defense, I should say. Illinois looked great this year. Not great, but Big Ten great in terms of Big Ten terms.
Yeah.
Illinois has been a good football team.
Yeah, they're number 1 in the West, which doesn't mean a lot, but they could.
On the road too, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't that one? Or that
was in Champaign. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To get those guys to gather around that moment, because things can look bad. Your season's shit. You lost to your rival. That was the Super Bowl of the season at that point. You had all the bad stuff happen around, and then Mel Tucker got those guys, rallied them around, and they come up, they punch Illinois in the mouth, and got a win they weren't supposed to.
Yeah, it's Mike G is an absolute menace in the Woodward Sports chat. That's my guy though. But
shout out Mike G.
It's important. This is important. This was a big win. Not obviously it doesn't matter that this season is a wash. I'm not saying, changes everything. We might go to the Alamo Bowl. Like, hell yeah. Like, no, the season's still a wash. But it's a big win for the franchise. It's a big win for the program. So, like you said, they had 8 players suspended, 8 players out, including Jacoby Windman, who was their best defensive player for pretty much all of the season. And they stepped up. The guys they had stepped up, and I love it. You know, Spartan Dogs, love to see you guys bounce back like that. You know, dog to dog. I love seeing them bounce back like that. And yeah, my guy X, man, I love Xavier Henderson, dude, and he is a game changer. Like, he was your preseason All-American. He was the guy that was supposed to be the leader on that defense, a captain, senior, like the guy that you expected to come out there, and then he goes down in the second week of the season. You're like, oh shit, you know, the secondary was already pretty bad, and you just lost by far and away the best part of it. And once he came back, he brings this calming presence and playmaking abilities. Like, the dude is a baller. He had a forced fumble, big forced fumble in that game against Illinois, where he came up and he smacked Chase Brown, like one of the best running backs in the country. Smacked him.
Just like those guys did with the helmet and the tunnel?
Yeah, just like
Zinga!
that. Yeah, smacked him. Got the ball out. I think Amir Speed recovered it, but yeah, it's great to see X back out there flying around, man. I
just don't give it to you.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the program and Coach Tucker. And like I said, Scotty Hazelton has probably saved his job these past 3 weeks, because he's had a subpar defense performing well, brought a great game plan to win in Wisconsin on the road, brought a great game plan to hamper Michigan for the first half, and then, you know, even for the whole game, really, I expected Michigan to put up 50. Yeah. And they didn't. And partially that was because they stopped them in the red zone. And then he brought a great game plan, defensive game plan to Illinois, and they got the win. But Mel Tucker, man,
that's why
late game situations, man, it's getting bad.
What happened now?
Like, he had it was 46 seconds left or something like that, or like a minute and 46 seconds left, and it was third down, and they threw the ball. We were on like the 10,
oh yeah, because they were up
12-yard line.
Yeah,
and they go run, pass, field goal. And if you're gonna kick the field, no matter what, you run the damn ball. That chews off. Illinois didn't have any timeouts. You have a timeout. You run the ball. You bleed the clock down to under 30 seconds, and you kick the field goal. And then there's no worry about it. But they didn't. The clock stopped with a minute 30 or whatever it was. Yeah. They missed the field goal, and then Illinois got the ball back, and they have some life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still happy for Tuck. I was gonna say proud of Tuck, but I'm happy for Tuck just because, like, all the eyes on them, and I mean, at certain points you just questioned if the team respected him because of the situation that took place. And
yeah, I never worried about that.
But the actions of those players kind of shows like a amount of like disrespect, because like if you had your team like under wraps, you know what I'm saying, or like your parents, like kids, it's a perfect example. These are kids, college kids. My mom, if I was in a certain place where I knew my mom, like if I was at the grocery store, I would never like knock down a rack of like candy bars because I know my mom's gonna slap the shit out of me. There's gonna be like,
no, you wouldn't. But sometimes your emotion gets the best of you, and you make poor decisions in situations like that. I'm the same thing. If I'm out with my dad or I'm out with my mom, and I'm a little kid, or I'm a kid, I'm a young man, I'm trying to get something, and I'm not going to throw a fit or do anything, just like this mini. The long hair beard, just smaller. But I'm not going to act stupid in a way that would look bad upon them, because I have too much respect for them, and I know they'd whoop my ass. Yeah. But sometimes you let your emotions get the best of you, and you react in ways that look bad on them.
I'm not giving an excuse.
I don't think it's a disrespect for Mel Tucker or he lost the program thing, unless it's a consistent thing. This was a one-off. You know, I'm not holding that against him or saying they don't respect him enough. Because, you know, in the heat of a rivalry, you know, shit. I'm not saying it's it's fine they did that, but I don't think it's on Mel Tucker at all. Say it was those athletes making extremely stupid decisions that led to them being suspended swiftly, and rightfully so.
Kids these days.
Yeah.
No, but there's been moments like that though. But it's like if you have enough respect, or I mean, I don't want to use the word scared of your head coach, but certain programs, like, you just wouldn't see that. I mean, I guess pertaining more so to back in the day. I know things are different now because kids are a little bit more crazier now. Cloud chasing now and all that good stuff like that, but like a Lloyd Carr team or like just stuff like that, you wouldn't see that stuff. You roll your eyes at Lloyd Carr. Real quick, shout out the guy in the Woodward Sports chat. He had, oh no, I lost it. Seeing A-Rod cry was pretty epic.
Yes.
Watching Aaron Rodgers cry.
Watching Aaron Rodgers throw fits on the field, that was great.
I think I brought that up Friday too. Like, I miss like just watching Sue and those guys just make like having his chin strap all messed up and him just looking all pissed and frazzled. But listen to our last break, Spinny. I apologize.
No, it's true. It's true. You know, it's great to see Aaron Rodgers angry like that, and you know, he might need to blow off that steam somewhere, and he can get a good work in at the same time while letting that steam off of Planet Fitness. Because as you know, we broadcast live from the Planet Fitness studios, and Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever, has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, so join in club or online today at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there.
And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there.
Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You got a big project coming up? Alta Rent has you covered. Give them a call today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment, where
uptime
matters.
So,
were you in the Godfather right there?
Real quick before we get into it. First of all, we appreciate all of you for joining us. Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com.
Shout out to you, suckers.
When you started doing that read, you sounded like
at Alta, uptime matters.
They made me think of this. So, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses, right? They like walk around.
Oh no, what is religion right now?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, you know.
No, I'm just saying. Hey, who likes these guys?
Oh, these guys, Jehovah, who's my witness? No, but
I'm walking here.
Yeah, they walk door to door, right? And knock on doors. And one time, it was me and my brother. And I think I've told you this before, but it was me and my brother.
You did. This is the first story you told me ever.
We're the only ones home. And a Jehovah's Witness came up to the door, and they knocked on the door, and like my brother was sitting in the living room with his you couldn't see like him sitting in the chair, but you saw his feet up on the like recliner. And so they knock on the door, and I walk. I'm probably like, I don't know, 10 years old at this time.
Long hair, beard,
yeah, fat,
same
like
hat.
ready to go. And so I open the door all meekly, and I'm like, hello? And he's like, hi, do you have a second for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? And I'm like, no. And my brother's in the living room. He's like, boy, get back in here and bring me another beer. And I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, boy, get back in here. And like I was like, I have to go. And I shut the door. And this Jehovah's Witness like turned around and dipped, like booked it off the porch. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry.
Was that how you answered the door?
Yeah. I was like,
at Alta,
uptime matters.
What up, though? Welcome back to the show. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button. Detroit Red Wings won this weekend. I want to squeeze that in. I want to Thursday, Saturday.
Friday and Sunday.
Really?
I think, yeah.
It's okay.
Might have been Saturday and Sunday.
Pistons lost to the Cavaliers without.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
Mitchell. Without.
Or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who they're missing?
Or Garland.
Garland.
All-star backcourt.
The whole bench was clowning us. I saw Robin Lopez doing this.
Yeah, they won Saturday and Sunday.
That ass
The Red
whooped.
Red Wings did.
Who saw net both games?
No, Ned was in net against the Rangers, I think.
How do you look?
Not bad. I mean, he let up 2, but...
What's the score?
3-2 in overtime.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, Ned was in that. He had 27 saves.
Scored the game winner.
Kubalik, yeah, got the overtime winner. Husso in net against the Islanders. Dude was lights out. Another shutout. First Red Wings goaltender in the history of the franchise to have 2 shutouts in their first 7 starts.
Damn.
For the team. Guy's a monster, man. Guy's a monster. Very excited. Red Wings played very well this weekend. Stevie Watt built he's building a dynasty. And you look at, and they have the most points scored from new players, like players who it's their first year on the team. They're close. They got to be close to 40. They might be over 40 now.
Yes,
it was 36 on Friday.
Has Raymond does he have like a sophomore slump, or is it because these other guys are just being more productive?
No, he's out of it now. He's been scoring. I think he's up to 4 goals already.
Sheesh.
Yeah, he
caught up quick.
Yeah, he had 4 in his last 5 games. Who scored?
Fuego.
Kubalik, Luff, and Suter scored against the Rangers, and against the Islanders. Raymond got one, I know for sure. I think Kubalik got one too. Yeah, it was Kubalik, Raymond, and Suter. So yeah, Raymond's had 4 goals in his last 5 games. He did start off slow. It was somewhat of a slump, a sophomore slump, whatever you want to call it. But he scored like 5 of his last 6 games. I want to say he's had at least 1 goal. So
scored against the Caps and the Islanders.
He had 2 against. I don't remember who it was. He had 2 goals recently too in one of his games, but yeah,
Ramon.
It was just getting used to the new guys. He was just getting used to the new guys. Getting a lot of injury turnovers. Dealing with new players on your line is never easy, but he's found his groove again, and he's back to his goal scoring ways.
All right, Emerald Eyes, the Woodward Sports Chat says the Pistons going to get clowned by OKC. Is somebody hurt tonight for the Pistons? I'm pretty sure Duran's coming back. Is somebody sitting out?
No, nobody's sitting out. At least no updates to the injuries. It's just people.
My guy Emerald, why do you think they're going to get clowned today? I think they're going to win. I think the Pistons, they got a good young team. The Thunder got a good young team, but the Pistons are a young team. They beat the Warriors. They played close against the Bucks. Why do you think this Thunder team going to get clowned them? I don't think that's going to happen. No way in hell.
Killian Hayes can go stupid.
Yeah.
4
Killian
points, 1
Hayes
rebound, 1 assist.
is the OKC killer.
Yeah, he's gonna have
He's the OKC killer. I did 5 different accents. I don't know what's going on over here.
Yeah,
I'm losing it.
I think you're going crazy.
I think I'm losing it.
I believe Jalen Duran has been activated for tonight. So
yes, sir. I don't think we're getting clowned.
Duran's back. We won't, bro. But
can we confirm that
I was
coach
playing
interview
2K last night? I'm gonna tell you.
Stop. No one cares about you.
Me and Marvin Bagley are a problem in the pick and roll.
You are way too excited to say this.
We are a problem in the pick and roll.
Everybody watching. This is the 3rd time this guy's gone out of his way to mention his 2K player.
I went crazy last night. I played like 7 or 8 games, and I was just 30 plus all of them, 10 plus assists in all of them. I'm telling you, I run a high pick and roll with Marvin. If they go
all right, we don't
all
care.
Day,
real quick,
and then I go to the lane. Who?
You had a rumored interview. No one cares.
Marvin,
you had a rumored interview with the head coach tomorrow. Can you confirm?
No, yeah, it got rescheduled.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to tease it. All right.
Yeah, well, that'll do it for us. I'm telling you, Marvin has violent. Look, that'll do it for today. We appreciate you guys for watching us. Make sure you tune in Monday through Friday from 5 to 7, only on WoodwardSports.com. For the man to my left. Speak easy. Chris holding it down on the 1s and 2s. Our boy JB in the hot dog suit. I am Spencer Angster. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Get out of here.